In the news this morning, a drug is going over the counter. And imagine if you could put your diet on overdrive, speeding up the fat burning by 50% by popping a pill. Well, it is a reality this morning, a promise from this pill. You don't need a prescription, as we said, and it's coming to a drugstore near you, soon to be available over the counter. And we asked ABC's Lisa Stark to tell us more about it.
There are plenty of weight loss products out there, but the FDA says this is the first non-prescription diet pill that really works. Called Alli, the pill is taken with meals and blocks the absorption of fat. But it's hardly a magic potion. Users must also exercise and eat a low-calorie, low-fat diet.
I think this is something that people who are committed to the idea of losing weight carefully can use and can use effectively.
GlaxoSmithKline, which will market Alli, says those taking the drug can lose 50% more weight than those dieting alone. But one FDA critic calls the medication dangerous, saying it can cause precancerous lesions.
It's too bad that the FDA has sided with Glaxo and approved this drug. We strongly recommend people don't use this drug.
Others insist the drug is safe, and Glaxo expects 5 to 6 million Americans to use it. Alli can cause diarrhea, but less so if a dieter eats less fatty foods, so it encourages users to eat right. The pill will be on store shelves just in time for the summer bathing suit season. For Good Morning America, Lisa Stark, ABC News, Washington.
And the source of wisdom for all of us, ABC News medical editor Dr. Tim Johnson is here this morning. So you hear 50% more weight loss, but the reality of that is?
That's a few pounds, because typically this drug will help people lose about 5% of their body weight. Maybe 5 to 10 pounds in some cases. So if you add on another 5 pounds, then it's, a so-called 50%
so
increase.
So it does work. It can work.
It can work. It acts by blocking the absorption of fat, and therefore the fat's calories. And it doesn't enter into the body, into the bloodstream, go to the brain as an appetite suppressant. So people like the feel of that idea a little bit. It seems a little safer. It's been on the market since 1999 as Xenocol, a prescription drug. Seems to have a safety profile. These so-called precancerous lesions, I'm not sure what they mean.
Well, I was going to ask you, that was a heads up.
I know.
When he says possible precancerous
and,
lesions.
Both the words possible and precancerous are kind of vague. That's laboratory study. So far, since its widespread use, there's been no evidence of it.
Well, let's talk about the other indelicate topic. We were saying a sentence that begins, even though it causes diarrhea, really, and we all go, even though it causes. Right. It's not something really grave, not something terrible.
It's not lethal, but it can be grave, socially speaking. And indeed, that has been one of the limitations of the drug, because people who have taken it in larger doses do get gas and loose bowels and diarrhea, not something you want while on a date, obviously. So people have cut down on the dose on their own, and that's one reason why the drug, as I said, hasn't really taken off.
So you say, okay to take it, but you still need diet, still need exercise, and any other cautionary
Not really,
advice?
Not really. And you will lose a little weight even without diet and exercise, but a lot more if you do. So I'd call it a minor aid. It's now available over the counter. I personally think that's a good thing.
All right. Dr. Tim is here, and he'll be back in our next hour with more as well.